Welcome back to DS Trucks. Someone has been very unhappy with their 7.3 liter Super Duty, but it's not me. It was someone else. I was out working, and every week I would see this platinum trimmer Super Duty. I didn't get a good enough look really to know if it was a 7.3 or a 6.7, but I just would immediately notice the tires, the trimmer package, and everything, and I look at it and I would kind of think, man, how would those trimmer wheels look on my truck, the 35s, on my 2019 F250. I have the 33s, and anyway, I ended up seeing the owner of that truck outside messing with his trailer or whatever. So I walked over and I asked him the question, how are you liking your Super Duty, your platinum trimmer? How is it? And he's like, terrible. It's terrible. I hate it. And I'm surprised because I've got my 7.3 parked up front. I've got nothing but good things to say. Totally happy with it. What could you possibly hate about your 7.3? So he went on to tell me everything wrong with his truck. He said the infotainment is not as good as the RAM. It's not as big of a screen, and for the money, the infotainment should be as good as the RAM. He said his 35-inch trimmer wheels were horrible in the rain, and I was kind of thinking that too about the tires on this truck, just because you got so much power, and if it's wet out, it can be a little hard to accelerate. He said his MPG with the 7.3 was atrocious. When he goes on long trips, he just felt like the truck used too much gasoline. He had a trimmer with 35-inch tires, 430 gears, also a trimmer valance on the truck, which does actually affect your MPG. And he was just very unhappy about the whole situation. He said the ride quality was horrible. He said the MPG was horrible. He said all these things, and it got me thinking, like, wow, I've never really thought that the Super Duty could be so bad. I mean, even compared to a Ram. He said the Ram was just a better truck. And I told him, I was like, well, I can't see myself buying a Ram when these trucks are aluminum, and from what I've seen over the years of having these Ford trucks since they've been aluminum, I've just seen these trucks hold up to corrosion so much better than steel body trucks. So it's hard for me to, really consider the other brands, just because I feel like the material choice of the Fords are so much better. Aside from the exhaust manifolds can be an issue and things like that, you can replace exhaust manifolds, or an engine or anything like that can be replaced. But once a vehicle's rusty, I just think it's over. There's nothing you can do to fix the cancer. So he continued on his rant about how he hated the truck, and it got me thinking, what he really wants is an F-150 power boost. I mean, this truck would solve all of his complaints, his traction complaints, his ride quality complaints, his fuel economy complaints. He said that he put his motorcycle in the bed of his trimmer, and driving with that thing in the bed of the trimmer just was the worst MPG ever. And if he had a F-150, none of those complaints. But I didn't think of it at the time, but just thinking about it after the fact, I really kind of come to the conclusion that maybe an F-150 or a half-ton truck would be something that he would want, and more like leaning toward a F-150 over the other brands. I mean, you get the MPG, you get the ride quality. The other brands drive good too, but with the other brands, with the 150s, you don't get the MPG like you do on a 150 with a 2.7 EcoBoost or a Power Boost or even a 3.5 EcoBoost. Put it in eco mode, you can get some good mileage, at least with the 150. But it's interesting to hear someone with real complaints, some very legitimate complaints with regards to the 7.3. And me personally, I've not had any issues with mine. I can't really complain too much about anything, but yeah, that's just it's just an interesting situation to hear about someone, hear someone complain about the trucks. But anyway, guys, comment below and tell me what your complaints are with the new Ford Super Duty trucks. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new body coming out on for Super Duties. They're coming out with this new model. It's going to be very interesting. But my name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. Real quick video today, and hope to see you in the next one. Over and out.